You want to play? Hello everyone, and welcome back to AC's 8-Bit Zone. Last time we made great progress on the 1541 Model 2 disk drive, and today we're going to finish it up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell, and you'll get notification when my next video comes out, which is going to be very soon. So let's start by reassembling this drive. We'll quickly put it together and get to the best part of all, which is playing some games on it. So here we go. Okay, as for the clip that's broken on the front face, I need to get some measurements. Well, while the 3D print is working, I'm going to do a little cleaning on this drive. There's some sort of a piece of tape stuck in here, I think. Need to get some kind of, get my tweezers or yeah, piece of tape. Just seems randomly stuck in there. To have done something. It looks a good bit cleaner when you look in there. Now before it was just coming out coated with dust. Okay, better. Okay, now I have some silicone oil. Super lube silicone oil. I don't know, that was probably about 4 or 5 small drops, tiny drops. I wonder how some silicone grease would do on those rails. Doubt that it needs very much. Probably just put 10 times more than it really needs. There's a black spacer here that sort of holds this rod and in place and keeps it from sliding too far out. and you just need to pull this little black spacer farther forward and tighten that back up. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, the 3D prints are out. I printed 6 pieces, and here's what they look like. And it'll fit sort of on there. I'll clip the broken piece out of the way, and then these should fit right in the place of that. And for now, I'm just going to throw them in here with all these UV LEDs and let this cure. It's warm in there. I'm going to make a more permanent fixture later for these LEDs, but this was just real quick. First time I've used them, just threw them in there and let that bake for a while. All right, the 3D prints are finished, and this is probably a topic for another whole video, but my printer is a resin printer, so it's a photosensitive resin, and it can make some really small details, which weren't needed in this case, but that's the printer that I have. And so I've made the little clips for the front plate. So the idea is it should fit around the existing one. Okay, on the left I have the 1541 Model 2 with its faceplate and the donor lever arm in place. And on the right is the standard, the 1541 donor drive. Now both of these drives have the same Mitsumi D500 mechanism. So a lot of the parts that are on the 1541 mechanism work on the 1541 Model 2. So I've borrowed the servo motor and screwed that into place. There are 2 screws that go in from the back side and hold the servo. I've soldered the board back into place. There's a little heat sink or a little thermal pad here that we want to make sure goes down in the proper location as we put this screw back. I'm not going to tighten that until the board is secured in place with the two mounting screws. With the board secure, now I'm going to tighten this transistor to its heat sink. Okay. Also notice that these 3D printed faceplate clips turned out really well. They're in place here and here. Here are the clips. Very simple but effective. And they're super glued in place. I'm just going to secure the wiring with a zip tie. Okay. And cut the extra zip tie. Okay, so the mechanism is cleaned. We've not made any adjustments to the stepper motor or the alignment. It looks like the original glue marking is still in place. I don't think that these have shifted, or I don't think it's ever been adjusted. And from what I hear, these later mechanisms, especially the Mitsumi Neutronics mechanisms, held their alignment a little bit better than some earlier ones. So we'll move the donor out of the way. And we can begin to reassemble. So the bottom of the case cleaned up quite well. There's a blemish here that I can't really help. I could possibly sand that down a little bit, but this was some old marking from where a cord had rested against the plastic for probably a long period of time. It's much cleaner after retro brighting and looks quite good. And it's ready for the reassembly. Here's the painted chassis metal. Looking good. And the main board. It says 1541-2 disc. This is assembly number 340503. Okay. Alright, there are 3 screws to retain the main board. Okay, now the LED module needs to be reconnected in the faceplate. And the reason I'm leaving the faceplate in sort of dangling here is It's tricky to install this drive lever. Since it's a donor lever, its tightening screws are under the fascia, under the lip of the faceplate. So it's just easier to leave it dangling like this.
Okay. Let's definitely don't forget to reconnect these cables.
Next we have the top cover, which you saw needed lots of repair. So the two mounting posts have been glued and epoxied there and there. And I also super glued some of the little flange pieces around the outside corners here that had broken away. So that's nice now. And I took a little bit of the plastic that I had cut away from this area and I placed it right here and right here to reform the little catches. One would almost do it, but two catches in each position makes it just a little sturdier. So that and that have been replaced. We're ready for the top cover. Okay, it's back together. Nice drive lever action. Now it's time to take the drive over to the system and give it a try. Okay, let's test out the 1541 disk drive. Now that or the 1541 Model 2 disk drive, and in the last video we repaired this power supply and gave it an upgraded SMPS power supply. So with that, we're now ready to connect up to the real drive. And let's try this out. Okay, turn that on. All right, I have a game here. We're going to try out Pole Position by Datasoft, 1984. And this is still a good disc. And I don't have a DOS speed up, so this is going to be a slow loading process. But it's a long load, and it's a good test for a disk drive. All right, that was successful. You want to play? My son's going to come play this game. You ready? Here you go. I think you're better than I am at this. Yep.
Oh, dang it.
I always do that.
Come on.
You're in high gear. Fire button shifts gears.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, they're always in your way.
Oh yeah, that's the name of their game. This is great. From 1982 and 1984.
Oh
I was about your age when this game was coming out.
And this is pole position.
Go. All right.
Completely in my way.
They try hard to get in your way. So I was reading on the disc that pole position is copyright 1982.
Oh no.
And this version for the Commodore is 1984. So when this game first came out, I was exactly your age. This was one of the best things we had.
All right. That happened to me 2 times.
All right, well this disk drive was a success. It works great, doesn't it? I know what we're going to be doing the rest of the day. We're going to try to conquer pole position. Oh, you're better than me. Oh, you're way better.
Just a matter of time.
Good job. Well, that wraps up the series with the 64C, the power supply for the disk drive, and now the disk drive itself all restored. The system's complete and everything's working very nicely and looking good too. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and click the bell, and you can get notified. I'll have another video coming out in just a few days. Thanks for watching.